So in this video lecture, I will be teaching you some numericals related to electrical power and energy. Okay, starting from the basic level, that means from simple applications. So look at the first question. Okay, three identical bulbs when connected in series consume 10 watt. What is the power consumed when they are in parallel combination across the same voltage? That means the same source. Okay, I told you that when resistors are connected in, bulbs are connected in series. How do we evaluate the total power consumed? Total power consumed for series combination. 1 by P is in series is 1 by P1 plus 1 by P2 plus 1 by P3. Since all of them are identical, I will write it as 3 by P. So in series it is consuming 10 watt. So from this I can write 1 by 10 is equal to 3 by P. Implies what is the power of each bulb? 30 watt. Okay, and once you get this, what will be the power consumed in parallel combination? For parallel combination, total power consumed is P1 plus P2 plus P3. If they are identical, it will be P plus P plus P, which is equal to 3P. And we already know the value of P is 30. So 3 into 30, the total power consumed in parallel combination would be 90 watt. So coming to this question, there are two bulbs. One is 100 watt and 220 volts. Another is 40 watt and 220 volts. Both of them are connected in series across a supply of 440 volts. And which bulb is going to fuse out? So remember that a bulb will fuse out if its operating voltage becomes greater than its rated voltage. Okay, suppose it is supposed to operate at 220, and if you apply an voltage greater than 220, there is a possibility of fusing out. So now in this particular case, okay, I will find out what is the voltage across the bulbs when they are connected in series. Okay, let us assume this is your first bulb and this is the second one. Okay, I'll call this as B1 and this is B2. So the power of this bulb is 100 watt. This is a 100 watt bulb and this is a 40 watt bulb. Both of them we are connecting it to a 440 volt supply. So first I need to know what is the ratio of their resistances. How to get the ratio of their resistances? We know power is equal to V square by R. Since voltage is same for both of them, P I will write it as V square by R. So P1 by P2 should be R2 by R1. Okay, so P1 by P2. We know P1 is 100 and P2 is 40. So it's 100 divided by 40. So what is the ratio of resistance of second bulb to first bulb equal to? 10 by 4 or 5 is to 2. Call this as equation 1. And once you know the resistance, in series combination, we know V1 is to V2 is in the ratio of R1 is to R2. V is equal to I into R. Voltage distribution will be in the ratio of their resistances. So I can write this as V2 divided by V1. Voltage across second bulb by voltage across first bulb is in the ratio 5 is to 2. Okay, now tell me what is the voltage across the first bulb? Is it getting 2 parts out of 7? So 2 by 7 times of 440. Similarly, voltage across second bulb, it is getting 5 parts out of 7. 5 by 7 times of 440. Calculate this value. What is 2 by 7 times of 440? Cancel with 7 table. 2 into 7, 6, 42, 20. Approximately, I'll take it as 3 times. 7 3 is 21. Multiply. 3 2s 6. 6 2s 12. So V1 is equal to 126 ohms. What about V2 equal to? Okay, if I approximately take it as 63. 63 into 5. 5 3 is 15. 6 5 is 30 plus 1. 31. So V2 is getting 315 ohms. Now you tell me which of these two bulbs is going to fuse off 40 watt bulb is supposed to operate at 220, but this is getting an voltage of 315. Whereas 100 watt bulb is supposed to operate at 220, it is getting a lesser voltage which is 126. So which of these two bulbs is going to fuse off now? It is 40 watt bulb. Okay, therefore 40 watt bulb will fuse out. Okay, you can remember this condition. When two bulbs of different power are connected to a power supply, possibility of fusing out is more for a bulb of less power. Okay, since less power will have more resistance, that has a highest probability of getting more voltage. Again I repeat, if two bulbs of different power are in series, probability of fusing is high for a bulb which is having low power rating. Okay, find the time taken by a 1 kilowatt heater to raise the temperature of 10 liter of water to 10 degrees. Okay, now we are going to convert the electrical energy into heat energy. So what is the power of the heater given as 1 kilowatt? Okay, I will write power as energy divided by time. And this energy is utilized in heating water. And we know when you're heating water, we use the formula for heat energy required to raise the temperature as mc delta T, where delta T is the rise in temperature divided by denominator is time. Since power is 10 power 3, should be. Mass is not given, volume is given. Since density of water is 1 liter will be equal to 1 kg. So 10 liters we will write it as 10 kg. We know specific heat of water is, in calories we write it as 1. Okay, now if I convert it into joules, it's 4.2 into 10 to the power 3 multiplied with rise of temperature. Okay, this is specific heat of water into 10. What is the rise of temperature? 10 divided by the time taken. So 10 power 3 and 10 power 3 will anyway get cancelled. So what is the time taken in seconds? It is 420 seconds. Okay, this is a very small question. Find the percentage change in power of a lamp if current drops by 1%. Okay, since your current is varying, we know power in terms of current is I square into R. And when percentage changes are very less, P percent will be 2 times of I percent plus R percent. Anyway, resistance is not going to change. So what is the percentage change in power? 2 times of I percent is given as 1 into 1, which is equal to 2%. Okay, find the power consumed by a bulb of 100 watt and 200 volt if it is operated at 100 volts. So it is supposed to operate at 200 volts, but we are operating it at 100 volts. So we know power consumed or delivered by a bulb is V square divided by R. So how is V related to voltage? Because resistance is not going to change. Is it proportional to V square? So P1 by P2 should be V1 by V2 whole square. So P1 is 100, P2 we will calculate, should be V1 is 200 by 100 whole square, that is 4:1. Implies what should P100 by P2 be? 4 by 1, or P2 is equal to 100 by 4, which is 25 watt. So you have bought a bulb of 100 watt. If you operate at less voltage, it will give you much lesser power. Okay, two heaters independently take T1 and T2 hours to heat a certain quantity of water. What is the time taken when they are connected in series and parallel to heat the same quantity of water through the same rise of temperature? Okay, so here again we are converting electrical energy into heat energy. So for the first heater, suppose the amount of heat produced, we know we write it as V square divided by R into T. So I will write it as V square by its resistance as R1. Time taken is how many seconds or how many hours? It is T1. And similarly, the same heat from the second heater, let its resistance be R2 into T2. V is the voltage at which you are operating. Call this as equation 1 and equation 2. Now let us find out what is the amount of time taken when they are connected in series. So we know when two resistors are in series, what is R equivalent equal to? R1 plus R2. Now I will replace this resistance as V square by H into T1 because V is not going to change and H is also not going to change. This is the heat which is required for heating a certain quantity of water. So how to write this R equivalent as? R equivalent can be written as V square by H into T1 into T I mean should be equal to V square by H into T1 plus V square by H into T2. V square and H will anyway get cancelled. What is the total time taken when they are connected in series? T1 plus T2. So if two heaters are connected in series, it will take more time to heat the same quantity of water. Now if it is parallel combination, okay, we know for parallel combination what is 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Now you can reverse the fraction. I will write it as H by V square into T should be H by V square T1 plus H by V square into T2 implies 1 by T1 T equals to 1 by T1 plus 1 by T2. So in series this is the time taken. In parallel this will be the time taken. So parallel will take less time to heat, whereas series connection will take more time to heat. Okay, so there is a large building which has 15 bulbs, 40 watt, all these power ratings are given. And they are asking you to find out what should be the minimum capacity of the fuse that we have to use. So first let us suppose what is the total maximum current drawn by this combination. We know maximum current will be equal to total power divided by total voltage. Now calculate the total power of the building. 15 bulbs, 40 watt. So they consume a power of 15 into 40 plus 5 bulbs, 100 watt. So 5 into 100 plus 5 fans, 80 watt. 5 into 80. And then one heater which is 1 kilowatt, I will make it 1000 watt. Whole divided by, at what voltage are we operating it? 220. So this is the current drawn by the building. Simplify, 15 fours, 600 plus 500 plus 400 plus 1000 whole divided by 220. So the value of I is 2500 divided by 220, which is approximate value. 21 goes one time, 30 is the remainder, again 1, 8 is the remainder, approximately 3 ampere. So since we are drawing a maximum current of 11.3 or 11.4 ampere, the fuse should have a value which is slightly greater than this. Okay, because if it exceeds this value, it has to burn and then cut down the power supply. So what should be the rating of your fuse or minimum capacity of the fuse should be at least equal to 11.3 or slightly greater than 11.3. In this question, a metal rod is going to consume a power P. Okay, when you operate it at a particular voltage, assume that this is a metal rod. What is the power consumed by it? V square divided by R equals to P. Call this as equation 1. And now when you cut into two parts, see when I cut it till here, resistance would reduce to half. And those two parts are again connected in parallel. R by 2 is parallel to R by 2. What will be the equivalent resistance? R by 4. So if resistance reduces to 1/4, what will happen to the new power consumed for the same voltage? Is it R by 4? 4 comes to numerator, which is equal to 4 times of previous power. So power has increased by how many times? 4 times. So this also is a similar question. Okay, there is a heating coil. If it is cut into two equal parts and only one of them is used, what will be the heat generated in terms of previous value for the same time, let us assume. So we know H is equal to V square by R into T. Previously the resistance was R. Now when you cut the heater into two equal parts, length will reduce to half, so R also reduces to half. So the new heat generated will be V square by R by 2 for the same time, call this 2, or H by H dash will be 1 by 2. Implies what is the amount of heat generated equal to 2H. Since resistance has decreased, the amount of heat generated would increase. It's becoming double the previous value. So in this question, it is said that the heat produced in a 5 ohm resistor is 10 calories per second. That means it's a power. What is the heat produced in 4 ohms? Now since the resistors are in parallel combination, first let us find out what is the current in these two branches. So let the total current be I. What is the total resistance of the upper part of the circuit? It is 10 ohm. Below this you have 5 ohms. So if a current I enters the circuit, it gets divided in the inverse ratio of its resistance. So if I call this as I2 and I1, what should be the ratio of I1 by I2? Opposite to resistance. I1 by I2 should be R2 by R1. That is 5 by 10. Is it in the ratio 1 by 2? That means I1 will get 1 part out of 3. I2 will get 2 out of 3. So I will write this I1 as I1 will be 1/3 of total current. I2 will be 2/3 of total current. Now I can find out what is the power consumed by the 5 ohm resistor since we know the current in this branch. So P1, which is 10 calorie per second, is I square into R, that is 2I by 3 whole square into its resistance. Call this equation 1. Whereas power consumed by the 4 ohm resistor, I'll call it as P2, will be, since it's getting only 1/3 of the current, I by 3 whole square into its resistance, which is 4. Call this as equation 2. Divide the two relations. P1 is 10 by P2 should be 5 by 4 into I square by 9, I square by 9 gets cancelled, into 4 by 1. 4 and 4 gets cancelled. What is P2 equal to? P2 should be 10 by 5. That is 2 calorie per second. Okay, so this will give you the power dissipated across the 4 ohm resistor.